The road to enlightenment is long and difficult, and you should try not to forget snacks and magazines. It was easier to ask for forgiveness than it was to get permission. Your future is in direct proportion to what you do in the present. Learn from your past, use the possibilities of the present moment, and let the future open the doors of opportunity. You must understand, they fear you. There is nothing scarier in their minds than a girl who knows the power of her flames. Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage against the dying of the light. We all have stories we tell ourselves until we believe them to be true. Embrace what life gives you, for even the unexpected can hold hidden blessings and opportunities. It might be possible that the world itself is without meaning. There is only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve: the fear of failure. We don't meet people face to face, but waste our time on social media's embrace. Rich people plan for 3 generations, poor people plan for Saturday night. In my deepest wound I saw your glory, and it dazzled me. I know it's not easy for you, living this life, but try to remember, always try to remember, you're not the only one with troubles. A stone is heavy and the sand is weighty, but a fool's wrath is heavier than them both. Just like the sun dispels the shadows of the night each morning, embracing your heart's true desire is the only way to dispel fear and doubt. My happiness is not the means to any end. It is the end. It is its own goal. It is its own purpose. Follow your bliss, and the universe will open doors for you where there were only walls. If you're making mistakes, it means you're out there doing something. I distrust every idea that doesn't seem obsolete and grotesque to my contemporaries. Even as your body betrays you, your mind denies it. When a person can't find a deep sense of meaning, they distract themselves with pleasure. Don't plan or make a financial decision that is dependent on another person without letting them know first. Sometimes bad things have to happen before good things can. The topic of compassion is not at all religious business. It is important to know it is human business. It is a question of human survival. Life is like a beautiful melody, only the lyrics are messed up. We all have 2 lives. The second one starts when we realize that we only have one. 1,000 words leave not the same deep impression as does a single deed. My motto is that you can't always control what happens to you in life, but you can control your reaction. The aim is to balance the terror of being alive with the wonder of being alive. Be the leading light in your own life and break free from your socially constructed boxes to become better, bolder, and brighter. To live without philosophizing is in truth the same as keeping the eyes closed without attempting to open them. My world is about stories that entertain, emotions that move, people you'll remember, literature that matters. Forever friends are a treasure chest of understanding and compassion. Cherish them. There is no greatness where there is not simplicity, goodness, and truth. Time is precious, but truth is more precious than time. Sometimes life is too hard to be alone, and sometimes life is too good to be alone. If a bullet should enter my brain, let that bullet destroy every closet door. Stand up and walk. Move on. After all, you have perfect legs to stand on. Every act of goodness is born from our desire to be happy. The deepest wounds aren't the ones we get from other people hurting us. They are the wounds we give ourselves when we hurt other people. It is foolish to tear one's hair in grief, as though sorrow would be made less by baldness. As long as your ideas of what's possible are limited by what's actual, no other idea has a chance. The more I live, the more I learn. The more I learn, the more I realize, the less I know. Life has become the future. Every moment of your life is lived for the future. One little ray of sunlight can do wonders in our life. We are the sum total of the decisions we have made. The only limits for tomorrow are the doubts we have today. Accidents don't happen to people who take accidents as a personal insult. In the world, there exists no aesthetic plane, not even the aesthetic plane of goodness. The person you hurt the most in this world was the person that brought you into it. Death is the easy part. The hard part is living and knowing you could be so much more than you're willing to be. It's strange how dreams get under your skin and give your heart a test for what's real and what's imaginary. The thing about a spiral is, if you follow it inward, it never actually ends. It just keeps tightening infinitely. No one dies of fatal truths nowadays. There are too many antidotes. There is only one kind of shock worse than the totally unexpected, the expected for which one has refused to prepare. Nothing is as it seems, but something is everything it is made out to be. Success sometimes may be defined as a disaster put on hold. Qualified. Has to be. If your dreams don't scare you, they are too small. Every man reaches his destination if he just keeps walking. Do not despise your own place and hour. Every place is under the stars. Every place is the center of the world. Write it on your heart that every day is the best day in the year. Whenever I'm feeling down, I always think back on all my goals and get instantly motivated. Good works is giving to the poor and the helpless, but divine works is showing them their worth to the one who matters. Just keep moving forward and don't give a shit about what anybody thinks. Do what you have to do for you. The average passenger eats enough calories to keep them weight gain a year old for a week and a half. The object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane. The absurd does not liberate, it binds. It does not authorize all actions. Everything is permitted does not mean that nothing is forbidden. To learn something new, you need to try new things and not be afraid to be wrong. Misunderstanding is my cornerstone. It's everyone's, come to think of it. Illusions mistaken for truth are the pavement under our feet. Oh darling, don't be bitter. It's the first instinct of the week. Each star is a mirror reflecting the truth inside you. Like a running blaze on a plain, like a flash of lightning in the clouds, we live in the flicker. Everything has its wonders, even darkness and silence, and I learn, whatever state I may be in, therein to be content. Take it moment by moment, and you will find that we are all, as I've said before, bugs in amber. Do more listening than talking. Talk more about them than about you. When we are tired, we are attacked by ideas we conquered long ago. The search for truth takes you where the evidence leads you, even if, at first, you don't want to go there. He who knows all the answers has not been asked all the questions. When we cannot find the good things that we're looking for, let the good things that are looking for us find us. I woke up incredibly grateful today. I'm allowing myself to bask in this feeling. People who work in an environment where doing their best is recognized have a better chance of feeling good about their work. Dreaming is the poetry of life, and we must be forgiven if we indulge in it a little. Don't reject something just because it seems strange. It's comfort that will kill you in the end. Every passion borders on the chaotic, but the collector's passion borders on the chaos of memories. Leaders must be close enough to relate to others, but far enough ahead to motivate them. A man, though wise, should never be ashamed of learning more and must unbend his mind. Never underestimate yourself when you do what is right. Never overestimate yourself when you do what is wrong. Writing blooms flowers for mind, which last forever. I long to accomplish a great and noble task, but it is my chief duty to accomplish small tasks as if they were great and noble. There are two primary choices in life: to accept conditions as they exist, or accept the responsibility for changing them. Only when you accept that one day you'll die can you let go and make the best out of life. And that's the big secret. That's the miracle. To be heroic is to be courageous enough to die for something. To be inspirational is to be crazy enough to live a little. It's a big world, but we are small. Every little thing matters a lot. A corner is important. It provides privacy and an anchor and lets you exist independently of the room. Man is a clever animal who behaves like an imbecile. A man must wage war on himself to defeat his weaknesses and conquer his strengths. You are a wonderful creation. You know more than you think you know, just as you know less than you want to know. Knighthood lies above eternity. It doesn't live off fame, but rather deeds. We are all of us born with a letter inside us, and that only if we are true to ourselves may we be allowed to read it before we die.